Imagine a battlefield where decisions are made in milliseconds and soldiers are replaced by machines that never tire, never fear, and never question orders. Welcome to the era of AI-powered warfare, a revolution that's changing war forever. We're talking drones autonomously navigating war zones, instantly reacting to enemy movements. We're talking algorithms sifting through mountains of data, predicting the enemy's next move before they even think it. This isn't some sci-fi movie, folks. This is happening right now. What if I told you that the military is already deploying AI weapons right now, and they might be smarter than you think? In this video, we're uncovering the military's secret AI arsenal, from autonomous drones to invisible cyber weapons. Stay tuned. The future of war is here. One of the most game-changing AI weapons out there? Autonomous drones, man. These aren't just your average remote-controlled devices. They are sophisticated machines, capable of making decisions on their own. Imagine a scenario where a drone can independently navigate through complex environments, identify targets, and execute missions without any human intervention. It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's happening right now. These things are straight out of a Terminator movie. They are equipped with advanced sensors and AI algorithms that allow them to process vast amounts of data in real time. This means they can adapt to changing situations on the fly, making them incredibly versatile and effective in various scenarios. We're talking machines that can identify and eliminate targets without a human having to pull the trigger. They use machine learning to distinguish between different objects and people, ensuring that they hit the right targets with pinpoint accuracy. This level of autonomy is both impressive and terrifying. They're making split-second decisions in the heat of combat, and they're doing it with an efficiency that'll blow your mind. These drones can maneuver through tight spaces, avoid obstacles, and even predict the movements of their targets. It's like having a super soldier in the sky, capable of executing complex missions with minimal risk. Think about it, these AI-driven systems can analyze insane amounts of data in real time. They can process information from multiple sources, including satellite imagery, ground sensors, and even social media feeds. This allows them to build a comprehensive picture of the battlefield and make informed decisions quickly. They can tell if someone's holding a gun or a shovel, a grenade or a can of beans. The level of detail these drones can achieve is astounding. They can differentiate between a civilian and a combatant, reducing the risk of collateral damage and ensuring that only legitimate targets are engaged. They can decide whether someone is a threat or not, and they can do it in a fraction of a second. This speed and accuracy are crucial in the high-stakes situations where every second counts. The ability to make these decisions autonomously can be a game-changer in modern warfare. Now, on the one hand, this technology has the potential to save lives. By taking human soldiers out of harm's way and allowing drones to handle dangerous missions, we can reduce casualties and improve mission success rates. Autonomous drones can provide critical support to ground troops, offering real-time intelligence and precision strikes. You take human emotion out of the equation. You reduce the risk of mistakes. You potentially avoid friendly fire incidents. The cold, calculated nature of AI can lead to more objective decision-making, minimizing the chances of errors that can occur due to stress or fatigue. But it also raises some seriously heavy ethical questions. The idea of machines making life-and-death decisions is unsettling for many. There are concerns about accountability, transparency, and the potential for misuse. How do we ensure that these autonomous systems are used responsibly and ethically? I mean, should a machine have the power to decide who lives and who dies? This is a profound moral dilemma that society needs to grapple with. The implications of giving machines this level of authority are far-reaching and complex. Who's accountable when an autonomous drone takes out a target? Is it the machine, the programmer, the commanding officer? These questions are not just theoretical. They have real-world consequences that need to be addressed. Is it the machine, the programmer, the commanding officer? The chain of responsibility becomes murky when autonomous systems are involved. We need clear guidelines and regulations to navigate these uncharted waters. These are questions we need to be asking ourselves right now. As the technology continues to evolve, we must stay ahead of the curve and ensure that we're prepared to handle the ethical and legal challenges that come with it. And we're just scratching the surface here, folks. The potential applications of autonomous drones are vast, and we are only beginning to explore what they can do. From surveillance and reconnaissance to search and rescue missions, the possibilities are endless. Drones are just the tip of the iceberg. The advancements in AI and robotics are opening up new frontiers in warfare and beyond. We need to be mindful of the implications and ensure that we use this technology for the greater good. Let's talk about the invisible side of AI warfare, cyber weapons. These digital tools can disrupt, disable, or destroy critical infrastructure without a single shot being fired. The battlefield is no longer just physical, it's also virtual, and the stakes are higher than ever. Forget boots on the ground, man. In the digital battlefield, AI is the ultimate weapon. Nations are using machine learning to hack into enemy systems, disable infrastructure, and disrupt entire economies, all without firing a single shot. It's like a digital blitzkrieg. We're talking about AI that can scan billions, maybe even trillions of network connections every second, sniffing out vulnerabilities faster than any human hacker ever could. This means entire power grids, financial systems, military communications, they're all vulnerable. Think about it. Wars could be won or lost before the first bullet is even fired. You could cripple a country's infrastructure, send their economy into a tailspin, and demoralize their entire population without ever having to put a single soldier at risk. It's a whole new level of warfare, but hold on. We're not done yet. Cyber warfare isn't the only hidden threat. Let's talk about AI-powered robots on the ground. These things are like something out of a science fiction nightmare. Chapter 3, Metal Warriors AI Combat Robots. Imagine an army of robots, man. Not just any robots, but highly advanced, intelligent machines designed for combat. These aren't your typical sci-fi movie robots. They are real and they are here. Not those clunky, remote-controlled things from the 80s. Those were just the beginning, the first steps into a new era of warfare. I'm talking about sophisticated machines equipped with advanced sensors and weapons, moving through combat zones with the precision of a SWAT team. These robots can analyze their surroundings, make split-second decisions, and execute complex maneuvers that would be impossible for a human soldier. And the scary part is, this isn't sci-fi, it's already happening. Militaries around the world are investing heavily in AI technology, creating robotic soldiers that can fight alongside human troops, or even replace them in certain scenarios. These AI combat units are designed to navigate complex environments, communicate with each other, and adapt to battlefield conditions on the fly. They can operate in harsh conditions, from dense urban landscapes to rugged terrains, and still perform their missions with high efficiency. They can distinguish between enemy combatants and civilians, using advanced vision systems and algorithms to minimize collateral damage. This capability is crucial in modern warfare, where the lines between combatants and non-combatants are often blurred. They can provide cover fire, laying down suppressive fire to protect human soldiers or other robotic units. Their accuracy and speed make them formidable opponents on the battlefield. They can even drag wounded soldiers out of harm's way, providing critical medical assistance and evacuation in the heat of battle. This capability can save countless lives and ensure that injured personnel receive the care they need as quickly as possible. Now, the argument for these robots is that they reduce human casualties. By taking on the most dangerous tasks, they can protect human soldiers and reduce the risk of injury or death. And that's a good thing, right? Fewer human lives lost in combat is a goal we can all agree on, but there are deeper implications to consider. But here's the flip side. Could these machines actually make war more likely? If the cost of war in human lives is reduced, does that make it easier for leaders to decide to go to war? Think about it. If you take human lives out of the equation, do leaders become more likely to engage in conflict? The psychological and ethical barriers to war might be lowered, leading to more frequent and potentially more devastating conflicts. It's a chilling thought, man. The idea that technology designed to save lives could also make it easier to take them is a paradox that we must grapple with. And it gets even crazier when you start talking about the AI decision-making systems that are controlling military strategy. These systems can analyze vast amounts of data and make decisions faster than any human, but what happens when they make a mistake? The consequences could be catastrophic. Chapter 4, the AI Strategist Decision Systems in Warfare. Forget generals poring over maps in smoky war rooms. Modern military strategy is all about algorithms and data points. We're talking about AI systems that are advising commanders, simulating countless battlefield scenarios, and even suggesting the best tactics to win a war. These systems can process information on a scale that would make your head spin. Satellite data, troop positions, enemy movements, weather conditions, they're taking it all in, crunching the numbers and spitting out recommendations in real time. And here's the kicker. These AI systems are often coming up with strategies that no human would ever think of. They're seeing patterns and connections that we miss, and they're using that information to outmaneuver and outsmart the enemy. But this begs the question, if AI is calling the shots on the battlefield, how much control do humans really have? Are we just pawns in a game that's being played by machines? And what happens if, God forbid, those machines decide to stop playing by the rules? Chapter 5. The AI apocalypse, risks of autonomous warfare. Look, as impressive as these AI weapons are, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. The advancements in AI technology have brought us to a point where machines can make life and death decisions on the battlefield. This isn't just about efficiency or reducing human casualties, it's about the ethical and moral implications of letting machines decide who lives and who dies. We got to talk about the risks. What happens if an AI misidentifies a target and takes out a school bus instead of a tank? The consequences of such errors are catastrophic, leading to loss of innocent lives and potentially escalating conflicts. These are not just technical glitches, they are moral failures that could have far-reaching implications. Or even worse, what if some rogue state or terrorist organization gets their hands on this technology? The proliferation of AI weapons could lead to a new kind of arms race, one where the stakes are unimaginably high. Imagine a world where terrorist groups have access to autonomous drones capable of carrying out precision strikes. I'm not talking about some Hollywood hacker taking over a drone with a laptop. The reality is far more complex and dangerous. We're talking about state-sponsored cyber warfare where highly skilled hackers could infiltrate military systems and turn our own weapons against us. I'm talking about sophisticated cyber attacks that could turn these weapons against their creators. Imagine the chaos and destruction if an enemy could remotely control our military assets. The potential for disaster is enormous, and the safeguards we have in place may not be enough to prevent it. Imagine an army of autonomous drones suddenly turning on their own troops, or a nuclear launch system hijacked by a rogue AI. The thought alone is terrifying, but it's a scenario that experts are seriously considering. The more we rely on AI, the more we expose ourselves to these kinds of risks. It sounds like science fiction, but the threat is real, man. We're not just talking about hypothetical situations. These are real possibilities that could happen in the near future. The technology is advancing at such a rapid pace that our ability to control it is lagging behind. And that's not even the scariest part. What happens when these AI systems become so intelligent, so autonomous that they start making decisions we can't even comprehend? The idea of machines surpassing human intelligence is no longer just a theory. It's a looming reality. And what happens when they start seeing us, humanity, as the enemy? The potential for AI to develop its own agenda, one that may not align with human interests, is a frightening prospect. We could be creating a future where we are no longer in control. These aren't just hypothetical questions, folks. These are real issues that we need to address now before it's too late. The ethical dilemmas posed by AI in warfare are complex and multifaceted, requiring urgent attention from policymakers, technologists, and ethicists alike. These are the ethical dilemmas we're facing right now today in the age of AI warfare. The decisions we make today will shape the future of warfare and ultimately the future of humanity. It's a responsibility we cannot take lightly. AI weapons are already reshaping warfare, and this is just the beginning. The question isn't whether these technologies will change war. It's whether we can control them. Can we develop safeguards to prevent AI from going rogue? Can we establish ethical guidelines for autonomous weapons? These are questions we need to answer now before it's too late. If you found this video eye-opening, hit that like button and share it with everyone you know. We need to spread awareness about the potential dangers of AI warfare. And if you want to know more about cutting-edge tech and its impact on our world, check out our video on the rise of killer robots. Don't forget to subscribe to Motion Era for more content that uncovers the truth behind the tech shaping our world. Stay curious, my friends. See you in the next one.